Okay. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, world. My name is Barrister Pink Republic, aka the Princess of Umokbo Oka, Anambra State. I want us to just dive in because if I'm thinking about everything that is going on in Nigeria, the kidnapping, especially the release from the kidnappers, the principal still giving us updates on how they are faring and all that. Well, I will use the word, it is well. It is well with us in Nigeria. But I want to kick off with the first hot topic, which is self-kidnapping. I have noticed that a lot of people think it's a trend or a way or a means to raise money for themselves. But I want to let people and educate people, especially, I would say, especially upcoming adults and adults. I don't know where they picked it from, that it is okay for them to self-kidnap themselves for them to raise money. It is a crime against the state. So let me kick off with, you remember the story about the woman? That was what triggered me because I've been seeing this over and over again. People will self-kidnap themselves just to raise money, maybe with their boyfriend, just to raise money from their family, this and that. People don't know how much their family works so hard for them to just raise that money. But just in case you don't know about this story, but I know that Nigeria will like that for a lot, but just in case you just came about this story, I will have to establish this story. So police arrested a lady, her name is Oluchi, who self-kidnapped herself and just for her to raise 50 million naira. So the Edo State Police Command has uncovered a carefully orchestrated kidnapping scam and arrested 4 suspects who conspired to fraudulently obtain 50 million naira as ransom from unsuspecting family members through a fabricated abduction plot. On the 1st of June 2026, one Mr. Tony Igbonwa of Agbo Road, Benin City, reported at the command that his wife, Mrs. Oluchi Igbonwa, aged 45 years old, had been kidnapped on her way to her shop at Ramat Park along Agbo Road. He explained on 28 May 2026, he received a call from a concealed telephone number demanding a ransom of 50 million naira for her release. Upon receipt of the report, operative of the anti-kidnapping unit immediately commenced a discreet investigation, deploying both intelligence and technical resources to unravel the circumstances surrounding the alleged kidnap. Thorough investigation led to the arrest of one Israel Ability, male, aged 28 years, at Ramat Park, Agbo Road, Benin City. During his arrest, the mobile phone belonging to the purported victim was recovered from him. Upon interrogation, the suspect confessed that he had been contracted by Mrs. Oluchi Agbonwo to negotiate ransom with her family while falsely representing her as the kidnapped victim. Further investigation subsequently led operatives on 5th of June 2026 to a hotel in Nkwani local government area of Delta State, where Mrs. Oluchi Igbonwa was arrested. During interrogation, she confessed to staging her own kidnapping and thereafter led investigators to the residence of an accomplice in Delta State, one Ochukodem Wadia, male, age 38. Investigation revealed that the residence was used as the location where videos depicting the victim with tied hands and feet were recorded and circulated to family members as proof of captivity. The suspect further disclosed that Wadia's son, Chibuzo Okochede, male 18, was the individual seen in the videos pointing a firearm at her head in order to further lend credibility to the false kidnapping narrative. All suspects connected to the criminal conspiracy has been arrested. A search conducted at the premises led to the recovery of an automatic pump-action gun used in the ransom videos. The Commissioner of Police Edo State Command, CP Monday Agbonika, FDC, commended the operative for their painstaking investigation and professionalism in the timely unraveling of the elaborate deception. He wanted the command to treat every reported kidnapping incident with the utmost seriousness and deploy all available resources, ensure victims are rescued and perpetrators brought to justice. He further cautioned members of the public against engaging in false kidnapping schemes, stressing that such acts not only constitute serious criminal offenses but also divert critical security resources from genuine victims of crime. Members of the public are therefore advised to promptly report suspicious incidents to law enforcement authorities and refrain from taking actions capable of causing fear of crime. Signed, ASP Eno Iko Eden, Police Public Relations Officer, Edo State Command. This happened, signed 9th of June 2026. So let me take you through self-kidnapping under the Nigerian law. You know, like I said, I like writing it down so that at least people will have, I want people to have an insight in this, not just to say breaking news, they've caught a I want to read this. Under the Nigerian law, self-kidnapping is a serious criminal offense strictly penalized under serious states, anti-kidnapping and criminal codes. Individuals who stage their own adoption to extort ransom or extract anything of value face felony charges, often resulting in strict prison sentence of up to 7 to 14 years without the option of fine. So the legal realities and consequences of a self-kidnapping or fake kidnapping scheme in Nigeria operate through the following frameworks. Number one, the offense faking an adoption to demand ransom from relatives, employees or associates is classified as criminal deception, extortion, and causing public nuisance. It is commonly persecuted under state-specific laws, and the Criminal Code adds two specific penalties. States. Anti-kidnapping laws in states with dedicated anti-kidnapping legislations. Anyone who represents themselves to be kidnapped or the purpose of obtaining a ransom or extorting items of value faces severe penalties. For example, under laws such as Ondo Anti-Kidnapping and Anti-Adoption Law, this act carries a conviction penalty of 7 years imprisonment without the option of fine. General Criminal Code. Depending on the specific state where the offense takes place, individuals can also be charged with conspiracy, fraud, and providing false information to law enforcement. Number 3, aggravating factors. The Nigerian police force treats self-kidnapping with the same urgency and severity as genuine adoptions because it wastes critical security resources, diverts police intelligence, and incites unnecessary public panic. Offenders are often persecuted robustly. If a fake kidnapping is used to blackmail a victim, charges can be upgraded. Number 4, police warnings and crackdown. Both national authorities and state commands frequently warn the public against prank or viral self-kidnapping. The police have actively clamped down on such schemes nationwide, making multiple arrests across cities like Lagos, Abuja, and Plateau State. In cases where third parties are involved in hosting or sheltering the kidnapped victim, those accomplices also face severe prison sentence of up to 14 years. If you or someone you know is dealing with this legal implication, please, why not look for or approach the counter and ask report the person, or go around. There's always this police number, they're always flashing their numbers, especially in your state. So I had to read these things so that people will understand that self-kidnapping is a crime, and anybody that wants to attempt it, I have read what you will face. Either 7 to 14 years imprisonment without the option of fine. Those who have ears, let them hear. So let me quickly move over to Somalia World Cup referee denied entry to the United States. Award-winning Somali referee Omar Atan has been denied entry into the United States despite holding a valid visa. According to a senior official in Somalia's sports ministry, Aryan, who is set to become the first Somali referee to officiate at the FIFA World Cup finals, was stopped at Miami International Airport and subsequently returned to Istanbul, where he had been residing. The reason for the denial was not immediately disclosed. However, Somalia is among the countries affected by a travel ban introduced by the administration of Donald Trump. Reacting to the development, Saiz Adan Abshe, a senior advisor to Somalia's Ministry of Youth and Sport and a former national team captain, described Atan as one of Africa's most respected referees. Omar Atan is among Africa's most respected referees and deserves the support of the entire football community, Abshe told AFP on Monday. He added that preventing the referee from entering the United States and officiating scheduled matches was unfair and contrary to the principle of the sport. Denying entry to the United States and preventing him from officiating scheduled matches harms not only him personally but also undermines football's commitment to fairness, merit, and the spirit of fair play, Abshe said. Atan was among the 52 match officials selected by FIFA to officiate at the World Cup final schedule to take place in the United States, Canada, and Mexico between June and July. Since becoming a FIFA accredited referee in 2018, Atan has officiated matches in Somalia's domestic league and has steadily risen through the ranks of international football officiating. He also took charge of matches during the 2023 African Cup of Nations finals in Nigeria and was named Men's Referee of the Year by the Confederation of African Football in 2025. In April, Somalia President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud praised Atan after he became the first Somali selected to officiate at a World Cup final tournament. He said, he continued in quote, "I commend the effort, professionalism and integrity shown by referee Oman as he has become a symbol of inspiration for the new generation of Somalis," the president said. So I want to use this opportunity to beg FIFA. I think it is high time when they are picking country or even continent or countries to host, they should investigate to know countries that don't allow other people to come to their country, or they've listed some people that they don't want other people to come to their country, because this will continue happening. And when they notice, they can change venues. You understand? I would have loved that all the places, you use the list, all the countries that said these people should not, this set of people should not enter. You would have moved them to either to Mexico and the other American country, Canada. You understand? For them to play there. But all those people that the Americans allowed to get into their country, you fix all their matches in the United States of America. Because this is so sad. I'm not from Somalia, but I don't like seeing other people suffering for nothing, right? So this is not okay. As a Nigerian, I don't stand for this. I wish they would rescind it and see that it's coming legally to that country to do one or two things, and he must go back. That is what is important. So let me move over to the movie section. The movie section will kick off with The Blood Sister Season 2, the limited series on Netflix, 2026. It was that 1st of June. I was waiting. I just want to watch this Blood Sister. I was like this, I just want to see Blood Sister. 1st of June, I started calculating when will it be 5th of June so that I can watch Blood Sisters. But you know, the last time, the season 1, a lot of people complained about Ketension's acting career, which I don't see most of the things they are complaining about. But this season 2, her facial expression really entered my blood. Like, if I close my eyes, I see Ketension. You will see the pain of a woman who lost a dear and lovely child, a child she really loved. I don't think that caller was a child coming from her husband, maybe from somebody she really loved. I saw the pain. So if people have been criticizing her acting in part 1, please watch this part 2. You see that he entered my eyes, as in, I was like, Ketension, can you see Ketension? I really loved the way she delivered her roles, her line, the way they speak. And this thing shows that a lot of big man's children, very rich children, they escape with crime and put it on the head of a poor, because they are not so rich like that. And then Stan Nze's wife, I don't know why I'm calling her Stan Nze's wife. What's that her name again? If you don't know her before, or this is the first time, you think they actually brought a lesbian to act this movie. But duh, she loves men and she's a mother. So in fact, she really played that line, and whoever did her makeup actually got it. She was really looking drag. Yeah, she was looking drag. And Real Worry Pikin, oh my God, Real Worry Pikin, she was stubborn in that movie. Do you know what really stoned me? Let me tell you. You see this thing our parents will say, they'll tell you one thing, then it happens, right? Whoa. Just imagine that they told somebody in 24 hours time, you'll be freed, as in they will rescue you, they'll make you escape from a prison. And within 10 minutes, the person didn't know that it was happening. Come on. Come on. Wow, this part season 2 is a limited series. I don't know if you have not seen it. This is a must watch. I need to get Stan Nze's wife's name. I can't be calling her like Stan Nze because she was the one that acted in that movie. So we should give her a credit. Let me just say Stan Nze. They'll give us an option of the wife. She really acted. Please, she deserves an award. Please, the next AMBCA award. Please, they need to give Stan Nze's wife an award. You see, sometimes your role might not be much in that film. But you see the way you deliver. It came out naturally for her. Nobody will ever believe. Do you understand? Nobody will ever believe that this woman was never a lesbian because she actually delivered, right? I'm trying to get the wife's name. That Nze's wife, okay? Her name is Blessing Jessica Obasi. That is her name. I remember there was a story when, because Stanley is younger and the wife is older than him, and I remember that story very well when he wanted to marry her, that the family didn't want him to marry her. All this family, when you go, they say, don't marry this person, don't marry this person. Is the guy not happy now? The guy is happy now. The guy is really happy in his life. Just imagine if you go and marry the person, you just, okay, let me do it for my family. They always end up miserable. So I'm very happy, and that's why I really respected Staninze. He became a man and took a stand for his life. No. No. I really enjoyed this blood sister. This blood sister, I need nomination and an actual award for them. I really enjoy it. So let me quickly move over to Michael Jackson, The Verdict on Netflix. So I remember very, very well, I think in 2002, I watched the 10 counts. Yes, I watched the 10 counts. My whole family who were together then, before everybody started going to their various houses. 2002, almost everybody in my house were still like living under the same roof, apart from some of my sisters that were already married. But my brothers and my sister were all in the same roof. But I don't think my sister was around. But I remember my elder brother loves Michael Jackson a lot. Everybody knows that. It's not a breaking news. My mother was there, I was there, another of my brother was there. We watched this Michael Jackson's Verdict, not the documentary, but the verdict live. We screamed. My brother collapsed on the floor because he really loved Michael Jackson, and everybody was like, My mother was like, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. No matter what they did against Michael Jackson, my mother liked to pray, cast and prayer, and she carried a rosary, Mother Mary, Jesus Christ, Lord of Jesus. That was what my mother was just shouting actually. And I me, I was quiet. I'm a very, very quiet person, you understand? Anybody that knows me knows that sometimes when you're speaking, you're shouting, I might just be staring at you because I don't even know where all that is. I'm a very, very quiet person. So I was just watching, I was just looking. So I was convinced at that time that, Michael Jackson was not guilty. Somebody want to pull down the blacks. So we're like, blacks, we want to pull down the blacks. So we were screaming in our house and I was rejoicing with them. But after watching this documentary, I will not lie to you, I'm having a second thought. And I now realize why they actually lost against Michael Jackson. Why Michael Jackson won them. There was a journalist, and including the lawyer representing the state of the United States of America. He was desperate to pin one or two accusations on Michael Jackson. And when people become desperate, I'm somebody that I prefer to let go of things, let God judge, than to become desperate about things. You understand? So I saw from this documentary, maybe Netflix wanted to invest their time in this documentary movie for a reason. Because at this time, I felt that some of the charges were true and some were not true. Some people actually, it happened to them. So I always tell people that it is not happening to you doesn't mean it did not happen. You understand? It happened so that an innocent victim will not be scared or cry that my truth was misunderstood. But the truth is that I believe Michael Jackson actually committed one or two, then every opportunist joined. So that was what actually spoiled the case. The inconsistent stories coming out from some children, and he strategically, if you watch this thing, if you want to write anything under this video, it is my opinion, not your opinion. I'm more or less like an investigator, so I investigate things all the time. So if you check very well, he was not really targeting popular kids or kids that their parents are well-to-do. All these people that complained actually needed his help. He offered them help, maybe in one cancer or the other. So he was, to me, he preyed, you understand, on those vulnerable ones. Then the popular ones, some of the most popular ones around him, he did nothing. Because one of the mothers were complaining that Michael Jackson was insisting that the son must sleep in his room. But from another angle, they are saying that it is the children that are insisting. You need to watch the documentary. And if you have seen or watched the documentary, please comment under me and tell me how you felt when you watched this documentary. Because I need other people's opinion, because at this time, I'm seeing partially a predator who was never caught. That is how I feel now, not how you feel. Now, you need to watch and compare how you felt. If you watched it live the way I watched it live, I and my family, some of my family members watched it live, you will understand where I'm coming from. My mind was bribed by the way everybody around, they were crying. My mother was practically shouting Michael Jackson's mother's name. God has vindicated you people. God has vindicated your upbringing. So, don't forget to shop with us at Antoinette Supermarket, 87B Olani Street, New Okoba, Lagos. Bye for now.